Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you guys today? So today we're going to do we're going to learn a new unit which is wild weather. So when we say weather, when you hear the word weather, what words come into your mind? Apa yang terlintas di fikiran? Maybe the word hot, cold, rain, sun. Right, so what other words related to weather are there? And what's the weather like at your place right now? Is it rainy? Is it hot? Is it sunny? You're not allowed to go out. You're not allowed to go outside because of COVID-19, but you can look out the window and see what the weather is like right now. So now think and write down, what kind of weather do you like best? And how does it make you feel? Awak suka weather yang macam mana? Dan weather tu membuatkan awak rasa apa? So now listen and repeat the different kinds of weather.
Unit 3. Vocabulary and Speaking. Weather. Exercise 1.
Sunny.
Unit 3. Vocabulary and Speaking. Unit 3. Vocabulary and Speaking. Weather. Exercise 1.
Sunny. Rainy. Windy. Snowy. Stormy. Cloudy. Damp. Icy. Foggy. Warm. Wet. Dry. Thunder and lightning. Blizzard. Heat wave. Hailstones.
So what's the weather like tomorrow? Okay, notice that we use the question what's and what's like. Okay, what's like is to ask about whether something is good or bad in some way. Example, what's Johor Bahru like? So it's a very busy city. It can also be used to ask about people. Example, what's Amnani like? She's very friendly. So the word likes in this question is a preposition and it's not a verb. It has no connection with the verb like. So bukannya maksud apa cuaca yang awak suka tomorrow, bukan. Okay, so what's the weather like tomorrow? So I went to Google and I searched for weather forecast and terus keluar Pirate Raja, tomorrow is going to be rainy. So what's the weather like in other countries? Okay, let's go and see what other cities are like the weather. So what's the weather like in Athens? In Athens, it's warm and cloudy. We can see it's 27 degrees and there's a cloud sign, so it's warm and cloudy. So what's the weather like in London? In London, it's cold because it's only 5 degrees and it's foggy. So what's the weather like in Madrid? In Madrid, it's wet and it's rainy. What's the weather like in New York? Notice they're -1 degrees. So in New York, it's cold and snowy. What's the weather like in Sydney? In Sydney, it's hot and sunny. It's hot, 38 degrees Celsius. What's the weather like in Tokyo? In Tokyo, it's stormy. You can see there's a thunder sign there. Questions. In which city is there a heat wave? In which city is there a heat wave? Yes, it's Sydney. Heat wave is like a stroke harbor. So Sydney has a heat wave. Second question. In which city could you hear thunder and lightning? Thunder and lightning, yes, it's Tokyo. You can hear thunder and lightning. You can hear thunder, you can see lightnings in Tokyo. In which city can you get caught in a blizzard? What is a blizzard? A blizzard is something like a snowstorm. So it's New York. You could get caught in a blizzard in New York. So these are the 4 seasons. Since we live near the equator, so we don't have the 4 seasons. So we'll just revise this. In winter it's cold and snowy. In spring it's usually damp and flowers are blooming. In summer it's hot. And in autumn it's quite windy too, and the leaves are falling on the ground. So what kind of weather do you do these activities? Write down the answer in your book. What kind of weather do you go windsurfing? What kind of weather do you go skiing? What kind of weather do you play football? What kind of weather do you play computer games? Write down in your book. So another task for you to do is choose a city and search for its weather forecast and write down its weather forecast for 3 days. Okay, 3 days. So I chose Nottingham. UK. So I went to Google and I wrote down weather forecast Nottingham. So what is it? It's cloudy. So I'm going to write down it's going to be cloudy in Nottingham on Saturday. And the day after that it's still going to be cloudy. And the day after that it's going to be cloudy for 3 days in a row. There will be no rain. So write something like that. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.